I got signals, I got readings in front and behind.
Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. I have moved upstairs temporarily. I'm prepping for Jeff Con and my work tables, both of them, are full of stacks of things I'm taking, crafting materials, games, etc. So today I'm going to be playing Aliens, another glorious day in the Corp. Now, if you have the basic game, this particular level is not included in this. This is one in the expansion box called Get Away From Her, You Bleep. And it is meant to be played between Mission 2 and 3. I just finished Mission 2 not too long ago. This is the mission between it. This is called APC Chase. And what's going to happen here is I've got Ripley, Gorman, Hicks, Hudson, Vasquez, and Newt and Frost all on the APC, and they're just trying to escape. There's 2 tiles here. I need to get through 6. 1, 2, when it goes off this tile, 3, 4, goes off number 4, 5, 6, and then to the exit. I've got Ripley in the driver's seat. Hicks is manning the front gunner turret. Hudson is on the rear. Newt and Gorman are on the repair, and as is Hicks. And Vasquez has the door open and will be gunning. I chose her because she has the smart gun and hopefully can take out more targets. But Hicks can easily step in if she needed to step out because the APC is moving, but it's not really moving fast. Every turn, the driver, Ripley, needs to make a tech test. So I'll roll a D10. If I roll 7 or less, she can move up to 5 spaces. Otherwise, I can only move 3. So it is possible that I could let my Marines hop out and run up, and they could get back on. So we'll see how this plays out. I've never played this one before, so I really just don't know. Now, as per the game's setup instruction, I took 5 level 1 blip cards and 5 level 2 blip cards, shuffled them, and then shuffled the rest of the deck and put those level 2 and level 1s on top. It just simulates the game ramping up faster. The next thing I need to do is I need to place some blip tokens around the APC. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle these up a little bit without trying to turn them over. And I'm just going to pick 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Now on the alien's turn, if they are adjacent to the APC, they can attack the APC for damage because the APC gunners can do things, but as the APC gets damaged, it's going to get harder and harder to use those positions. Also, the aliens, when they're in contact with the APC on their turn, they will attack the APC and do damage. So it's in my best interest to keep the APC cleared. The APC will take damage. It has a defense of 5. So basically, like an alien attacks one of my heroes, they have a defense value. Like Ripley has 6, the APC has 5. So definitely do not want them attacking. And let's see, I have spawn points 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is where the cards will tell me where to spawn. When it goes off and 2 new tiles are revealed, any aliens left behind on the previous 2 go away. It's like you've just outrun them. They're not going to catch up. So what I've done this round is, or this turn is, all the people have their weapons stored. So I am not putting weapons in, she doesn't have anything, and Gorman has a 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm able to add to the endurance deck because I've pulled less equipment to give to them. But if I find that I need to give them equipment, I will have to get it out of this deck. That's how I'm going to play it. So on the Marine phase, I'm just going to go down the dial. I've reset all of their aim dials, and now I can resolve all activation abilities. So as one of the activations, Ripley, now I'm going to go in a straight line here. Now, and the other thing I forgot to tell you is every time I complete a mission, I've supposed to have been upgrading their character cards. They have these individual character cards that you can level them up. So it says at the start of each mission. So each one of them now has a 3rd card. And these give some really cool abilities that are going to help you survive, or at least hopefully survive this game. The problem is it's a lot to remember, so I'm going to have to remember to check their special abilities to see if I can use them. So I'm going to be going with Hicks first, and on Hicks' turn, he can see this creature, but it says the only person that can fire out of the APC is the person in the gunner. So he can't do anything right now. What he can do is he can do one of his special abilities. He doesn't need to re-roll his defense roll. It says any character within 2 space gains -1 to their defense. So basically, she has -1 on her defense roll, which makes it harder to hit if the aliens should attack her. And then he also has a special ability which says you may draw an endurance card. I'm not going to do that unless I'm just going to make that the standing rule. Unless I decide to do it, I'll tell you. His passive ability, once per turn, exhaust a card from your hand to re-roll a failed attack roll. Well, he's just sort of a passenger right now. So his turn is basically going to end. It does say, before taking an action, reveal a card. I can put a card in my hand, recycle a card, or take a free aim action. So I am going to do that. So he's not going to do an attack, so I guess he can't do that. So never mind. He doesn't really do it. He's not doing an attack action. So now it passes to Vasquez. Vasquez can see all 3 of these. So let's reveal them. 2, 2, and 1. All right, so we've got... Now remember, these things can do damage if they're just standing right next to the APC, which I need to get rid of these guys. The other thing is I have the gunners who can shoot outside and I'll definitely be needing to use them if there's any remaining. Let's see, the other one was 2, so I'll put 2 aliens here and then 1 alien here. So before I get started, let's double check her settings. So it says at the start of your activation, you may look at any one blip. So I'm going to look at this one. It's a 1. So I can go ahead and reveal that. She knows it's a 1. She can relay that information to Ripley. Exhaust. All right. So her passive: exhaust 2 cards instead of 3 to use her smart gun. So she will, on her turn, she'll fire. But let's see what else she says. Once per alien phase, so we don't have an alien phase yet. At the end of your activation, look at the top 2 cards of the motion tracker. Place any one of those cards on the bottom and place the remaining on top. At the start of your activation, okay. So, and she can also, at the start of her activation, look at any one blip, which is what I did there. All right, so it is now her turn. She is at, she's at 8. And just to refresh on the Marine's turn. Let me just turn to that page real quick. Where is it? Here we go. Game turns. All right. So the Marine phase in activation order. You get you reset your belt, resolve all activation abilities on the card, which I don't really have anything to resolve yet on his. I'm sorry, on hers. I've already looked at all this. She's got armor. So reset the aim dot, equip endurance cards. I don't have any cards to equip, and then I can perform up to 2 actions. So just to help out here, the first action I'm going to do is an aim, which takes her up to 9, which just makes it easier for her to hit. Now what I'm going to do is I get to roll 2 dice for her gun because she's got that smart gun. You roll 2 and you take the highest result. Now remember, her aim is 8. When rolling for an attack, you roll 2, discarding the highest, or you discard the highest one, excuse me. Her aim is now 9. So I'm going to aim at this one right here, and I have to spend 2 cards to shoot it. And I got a star, which is a 1, and a 10. So good thing I can get rid of that. So she did hit. So she took out 1. And I will pay another card to take another shot. When rolling for an attack, you roll 2 dice. You can, okay. And 7 and 8. Oh, I lowered this to an 8, so they both hit. So this one is gone. She cannot keep doing her what do you call it? Auto fire past one group of aliens. So that is her turn. So what I'm going to do now is at the end. You know what I didn't do was I knew there was something I was supposed to do. Hicks can give orders to up to 2 grunts. So he is going to order he's going to do himself first to fire at these. He's got the front gunner slot. So he is going to choose to shoot at, I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't think about that. He is in the front gunner slot. So he will roll 1 die. His aim is 7. So he's going to aim at this guy right here. And I rolled a 9, so he failed. And I think, once per turn, exhaust a card from your hand to reroll a failed attack. And it says you may draw an endurance card. So I'll draw an endurance card, and then I will exhaust it. I will exhaust it to reroll that. And I got a 2. So this one is gone. That is all he can do on his turn. You know what I should have done? I should have given Frost. I'm going to make a command thing here. I'm going to switch out Frost to the front gunner and put him back here. That's what I meant to do. I don't know what I was thinking. I had them mixed up. So he ordered Frost to basically, and he has an aim of 5, so he would have hit. Probably not. I'm not going to replay that. I wanted Hicks here and Frost there, not vice versa. I don't know what I was thinking. So Frost has fired and hit 1. That's all he can do. The rear gunner, the rules say that the position that the rear gunner can fire is along this edge. So he can fire at these 2. And there's only 1 here, so I'm going to have him fire here. He will fire, so he has to exhaust a card, and he hits on what is Hicks? Hicks hits on a 6. So his first shot is a 9. Man, I don't like that die. So he misses. So all of these are left. Now, Ripley can see, so these are revealed. We have a 3 and a 1. So 3 and a 1. 1, 2, 3. And this is a 1. So it is now, it's not, the turn's not over yet. She hasn't done her turn. So let's see. Vasquez went. She can order somebody to do something. So he ordered Frost. She ordered Hudson. Gorman and Newt have nothing to do yet. It is now Ripley's turn. So on Ripley's turn, first thing she has to do is make an activation or make a tech roll to see if she can go 5 full spaces. She can roll over these guys if she wants to, which I definitely want to do that. So during her turn, it says recycle 2 cards, recycle 2, and draw 1. So I'm going to take the top 2, put them under the recycle thing, or put them in the reshuffle, and then she gets to draw a card. She has a flamethrower, which isn't really going to help me much, but I'll put it under here. I'm not going to equip them, she's holding it in her hand. All right. So on her turn, she can give a grunt 1 order. She will order Newt to rest, and she takes a rest action, which means she recycles up to 4 cards. I believe that's what it is. When Newt takes a rest action, you may. She's not a player character; she's a grunt, so she can. I think she can only. What? This is weird. When Newt takes a rest action, you may recycle a card. She can just order a rest. She can order Newt to rest. Which resting gives you, I can't remember how many cards back. Draw cards, enter side. Okay, so let me just double check that. Resting gets you back, action rest, up to 3 cards. So she will recycle these 3 back into here. And Gorman's just going to sit there. He'll be doing repair actions, as will Newt, as we need them. All right, so that is the end of each grunt takes an aim action. She didn't order a grunt. Grunts firing an M. Okay, so she didn't do that. This character may activate an additional grunt at the end. So if Gorman wanted to do something, I could activate another grunt. Okay, so yeah. That is the end of Ripley's turn. All the other guys can't really do anything. So now it is the alien's turn. You activate the alien. So first off, we don't have any blips. They're all resolved. And each one of them is going to take an attack on the APC. Now, some of these guys, there's 2 or 3, and with that, what you do is you basically add to the number. and for the ones, it's just a standard attack. So just to remind myself, when the aliens attack, you roll a d10. The defense. The player rolls the Marine die and compares the result to the character's defense number. The defense of the APC is 5. If the result is equal or less than the defense, they dodge it. So each one of the aliens is going to take an attack. And the way the attack works is if they're stacked, it increases the number. Hold on, I know it's here somewhere. If the alien target must make a counterattack. If that roll results equal to less, they kill the attacking alien. If the character fails, they get knocked down. You don't get a knockdown. If you roll 10 or more when defending, the characters can still kill. So that doesn't happen. I do know, I remember it saying somewhere about if there's 2 of them, and compares it with the character's defense number, the result. Huh. That's interesting. I know that it's swarms. Here it is. When attacking, a swarm adds +1 to the target character's defense roll. That's what it is. So this one right here, there's 3 of them. So each one beyond, each one adds an extra. Oh man, that's gonna hurt. The swarm adds +1 for each alien token. So this is gonna add 2 to this roll. So this one's attacking. Actually, you know what? I never moved. I need to roll a 7 or less, and I did. So Ripley can choose to move 5 forward, which is what she's going to do. And what that's going to do is it's going to force these aliens, they will automatically do an attack, but they're going to get immediately destroyed. So if I remember right, let me double check that. When the driver moves, the APC, if the APC ends its movement, if it is okay. If it moves into a space containing an alien model, the alien model resolves an attack and then is killed. All right, so +2, and it's a 5. So I got to roll you guys supposed to roll a 5 or less. So now I got to roll a 3 or less. And I did not. So it takes 1 damage, or how many damage does it take? I think it just takes the 1. It does. It just takes the 1 damage. This one will attack. Remember, I'm moving, so these won't get to attack because I'm going to be up here. So this one, these are destroyed because the APC moved forward. And then it's going to hit this one, which is just 1, so it's just a normal attack. I need to roll a 5 or less. I did not. This one's destroyed, so I take another point of damage. And she moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's flying. So these aliens got left behind. Now, on their turn, they get to move, which is not good for me. Activate the aliens. So she moved, she killed them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So unfortunately, this one will get within 1 space or she's adjacent to Vasquez, but Vasquez will get a defense roll. So Vasquez was down to 7. She will fire. She'll exhaust 2 cards. 1, 2 to fire her smart gun at this stack of 2. She needs a 7 or less. She did. She got 1. And I'll go ahead and burn another one. I will burn another card to take another shot. And now she's at 6. 6 or less. She did. So she killed this one. And this one right here is next to the APC. So it will make an attack on the APC. So I need to roll a 5 or less. And I didn't. So it takes a 3rd damage. I'll tell you how the damage works in just a second. Okay, so 3 damage. Now we activate blips. There are no blips. Now we draw motion tracker cards. It is the start of the alien phase. Or what it says for Vasquez, it says once per alien phase, before drawing the motion tracker cards, reveal a card. If it's yellow, remove a blip. If it's green, draw 1 less motion. If it's blue, discard the top card of the motion tracker deck. All right, so I revealed this, which just means it just goes back into the recycle. And reveal a card, and I discard the top card of the motion. So this one goes away. And it was an alien lurker, of all things. All right. Darn it. I forgot to do her special at the end of your activation, but that's on me. I'll reveal that next time. All right, so now we do the motion tracker, and there's only one player, so I draw 2 cards. The first one they're inside the perimeter. Place a tunnel token in a square that is within line of sight and next to a character. Wow, I don't know. I think I would just put it right there. So there is a tunnel token there. Reveal a card. If it's blue, place 2 blips on every token. All right, so there will be 2 blips right here. 1, 2. And because she can see them, they are revealed. 3 and 1. Man. So 3 and 1. These things are just popping up everywhere. All right, and then the second card I reveal is Alien Vanguard at number 1, which is way back here. Reveal a card. On a blue, oh, it's a red. Place another blip at spawn point 1. Oh, man. This one goes back down. Another blip. All right, so you place a blip at 1. So there's already, oh, I didn't shuffle these. All right, so there's going to be 2 blips here. 1 and 2. All right, and I can't see them, so I don't get to reveal what they are. And then I have to reveal nothing. All right, so that's it for the motion tracker. Resolve any finish effects. There aren't any. Check for victory. No. Cleanup. All right, so now it is back to my turn, and Ripley is going to get this APC out of here. So I'm getting swarmed here. All right, on Hick's turn, he will... I guess I'll draw an endurance card to see. Combat knife. Okay, that's fine. That's in my hand. Here, the camera can reroll any defense. Other characters get -1 to their defense. So if that alien tries to attack, if any alien tries to attack Vasquez, she'll get -1 on her defense roll. Check your ammo before, and he doesn't do that. So he's going to order two things to fire. Unfortunately, there's nothing for the front gunner to fire at, so it's just the rear gunner. The rear gunner will target this stack of 3 right here. So Hicks goes back to Hudson, is at 6. I tell Hudson instructs him to fire. So he fires 6 or less. He does, so he gets 1. Oh, I need to exhaust a card to fire. He's going to exhaust another card to fire again. He's now down to 5. And he got a 1, so yeah, so that worked. Actually, I think it says you kill 2 if you roll a star. No, it doesn't. All right, so he killed a second one, and I will fire. Drew a hazard. So reveal cards until you reveal a gun. Reveal cards until you reveal a gun, or you have revealed 5 cards. Discard all revealed cards. Okay, so if you discard 1 or more in this way, shuffle it back. Otherwise, discard this card. So this goes in the discard. All right. So reveal cards until you get a blue up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No blues, but I did have to discard quite a few cards. And a lot of these will not go back in my hand at the end of the game. All right. Well, that stinks. So he paid his card to fire again, and he's now down to a 4. And I got a 1. So he did. He killed this last one. Now, Vasquez is here. She can only pick one of these. She'll pick the one in front because this thing's going to be moving forward. So she will... Hick's turn is over, and there's nothing really I can do at this point. I will order... You know what? He'll order Gorman to do a repair. So Gorman must do a tech roll, and Gorman's tech is 5. So on a 5 or less, he can take 1 point away. He did not. He will also order Newt to do the same thing, and unfortunately Newt's a 2. So, 2, so I can take one of these off. Excellent. All right, so the machine has 2 damage, and I told you I was going to tell you how the damage works, and I'll do that when I get to Ripley. So we're at Vasquez now. Vasquez must exhaust 2 to fire her gun. It says you may take a close at any blip, so I'll look at this one. This one's a 1. And once per alien phase. Okay, we're not in the alien phase. At the end of your activation, I need to remember this. Look at the top 2 cards and place one on the bottom, one on the top, or both on top. Okay. She will fire. So she is back at 8, and since there's really nothing she can do, I will tell her to rest, or I'll tell her to rest after she fires. So she's going to fire at this alien right here. She needs an 8 or less, and she rolls 2 dice and takes the lower. That's a 1. So she kills this one, and I tell her to rest so she can recycle 3. 1, 2, 3. And you always take these from the top of the exhaust pile here, and they go underneath. All right, so she is done. I could have had her step back, and then I could have had Hicks move in, but we don't need to do that just yet. So Jeanette has gone. It's still her activation. So and it's the end of her activation. She has no one to really order around. So she'll take the top 2 cards, 1, 2, place any of those on the bottom deck. False alarm, shoot, yeah, that goes on the top, and this one on number 3, which is here, will go on the bottom. Okay. All right, that was good. So her turn is over. Now we move to Ripley. All right, Ripley. Each grunt takes an aim action at the start of each activation. Doesn't matter. None of my grunts are really in a position to fire. She may activate 1 additional grunt. She could activate Frost to shoot the front gun, but there's nothing up here. He can't do a repair because he's not in a repair spot. Although what she can do is she will order him to move onto a repair spot and then do a repair. His tech is 5. I rolled a 10, so he is out of the gunner's chair. He'll get back in on the next turn. And now Ripley will do her action. Her first action will be, so it says a character in driver's seat may perform an interact action and perform a tech test. So because I can do an interact, I can actually do 2 actions. You could do any 2 twice, so she could do 2 interacts to move 10 spaces. So to do that, she's got to roll 7s or less. So both of her actions, I'm looking for 7s or less. Actually, let me tell you what happens when the thing is damaged. All right, so damage. It says turret weapons, exhaust 3 cards. Oh, you have to exhaust 3 cards and roll 2 marine dice. Okay, so I apologize. I've been doing it just exhausting 1. So each one of them is fired a number of times. So exhaust 3 cards, so I'll go 1, 2 for front gunner, 1, 2 for back gunner, and then I'll do back gunner again. So that should be correct. All right, I didn't do that. But the nice thing is you roll 2 dice, and a roll of 7 or less kills an alien. Let's see, damage. Okay, where I know it said that if there's damage, here it is. Damage. The speed of the APC is reduced by 1 for each damage token it has. It has 2 damage on it, so I can move possibly a maximum of 10 minus. No, let's do it one at a time. So the first 5, I rolled a 1, so she did. So 5 minus 2, she can move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then her second tech roll is a 4, which makes it. And 4 minus 2, so she can move an additional 2. And all the repair has been done that could be done this turn, so I can't do anything else. It is now, everybody's gone. She took both actions. So that is the end of the marine phase. Now we go to the alien phase. Activate aliens. Well, this one can move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there next to the door. Thankfully, Vasquez, who is at, I think she did fire. She only fired at 1, so she's down to a 7. She can get a defense roll. She will spend her 2. 1, 2. And I rolled a 1 and a 1. So, yes, she kills that one. Oh, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Then the blips move. You remember her tile, you roll a d6, and that's how many they move. I rolled a 1. All right, now we do the motion tracker cards. I draw 2. The first one I know is a false alarm. Second one is place a blip token. Shuffle these again. Place a blip token at number 4. Ooh, okay, so that one right there. All right, it's not in line of sight yet of the open door, so I can't reveal that one just yet. All right, resolve any finish effects, none, victory cleanup. All right, so this goes here. I need to reset all of their aim dials. And she didn't fire, he did. Back up to 6, 5, 4, okay. It is now Hicks' turn. So Hicks is on a repair. I forgot he's also on a repair. I could have done a repair. He will attempt a repair. His tech is 5. He'll do it once. He did. So he takes a point off. And he'll do it again. You can do another one. It's an interact action, so he can do it twice. So I need a 1. That will do it. So the APC is fully repaired, which means it can fully move forward now, up to 5 spaces per interaction by Ripley. All right. He will order Frost back to the front gunner. He will order. Is anybody on a computer? Repair. There's a scanner, and it just reveals tokens, but I'm not really needing that right now. So Hicks is going to be, you know what, he'll order Newt to rest. So 1, 2, 3, and he'll order to rest twice, 4, 5, 6. So these go back into here. And I got to remember to always rest on these that aren't doing anything. So Hicks is done. He ordered Frost to move, and he ordered Newt to rest twice. So I guess he could order, he ordered Frost to move, and he could tell Frost to rest. So that'll give him another 3 back. So remember, you want to keep this deck full, or keep this going, feeding this deck. All right, so Hicks is done. It is now Vasquez. Vasquez can look at any one blip. So there's 1 alien here. All right, that's a good thing. It's a blip. It's not revealed yet, so I should probably just leave that, meaning it will move in its blip phase, because it hasn't become an alien yet because it hasn't been spotted. And this one too. I always forget to do that. You know, she can see it, but it remains a blip, which means this one would have just moved 1. She just happens to know what it is. All right, and I can change that one back to a 1 blip. Let me find a 1. There's a 1. So I know that that's a 1, but it's not to me yet. All right, shuffle these up. Okay, so Vasquez, there's nothing to shoot, so she will take a rest. 1, 2. All she can do is recycle the remaining in there, and she'll take an aim action, which moves her up to 9. That's the end of her turn. She can order Hudson. She can order Hudson to aim. She'll tell Hudson to aim. And he doesn't need to rest. I think he can do 2 rest actions. So can you do 2 aim actions? That's a real question. I think you can. Let's see if it's listed as 2 of the. Yep, increase your. Yeah, she'll order Hudson to aim again. So he's up to 8, which is great for that position. All right. So she has gone, and it says at the end of your activation, you can look at the top 2 cards. 1, 2, and you can put 1 on top or both on top. False alarm, and they're inside the perimeter. Yep, this one's going to the bottom, and the false alarm's staying up top. Okay, so she did that. At the end of your activation, look at the top 2. Yep. Once per alien phase, you can draw a tracker card, reveal a card, remove. So I'm going to do her Here They Come. So it says once per alien phase. So it's now no, it's not the alien phase yet. So we haven't done that yet. So now it goes to Ripley. Ripley can't do really anything with the grunts. There's really nothing for her to do. Gorman's gone. There's no damage. No cards to recycle, so it really doesn't matter. So she will take her action to move. She's a tech 7, a tech 6. Excuse me. I thought her aim is 7. I've been doing that wrong, but I think she made her rolls. Tech 6. This is to roll 5. Move 5. She does make it, so she can move 5 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just doing here. Until this goes completely off, these remain. All right, but she could do it again. That's her first action. And now she's going to try another Tech 6 roll. and she didn't make it, so she can only move 3. 1, 2, 3. It's still on. It's 1 on the board. That's not good. Now, when it screamed by, Vasquez saw this alien, so it did become an alien. There was a line of sight there. So the good news is the alien. Well, no, the alien would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She would get up here, even though I don't have the 2 boards to keep cycling. It's now the alien phase. All right, it is now the alien phase. So activate the aliens. There's only one alien. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one, once again, is in front of Vasquez. She's got a 9. She'll exhaust 2 cards to fire her weapon as a reaction roll. And she gets that 1 defense roll. And she rolled a 1 and a 6. So yeah, she killed it. She's down to an 8 now. And what do we do? Activate the blips. So these will each move. Where's that die? They will each move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we do the motion tracker. This one is the false alarm, and the second one, false alarm. Man, there's a lot. There's good false. That was nice. A level 2 false alarm. Now remember, these level 2s and level 1s are usually easier, so that's a higher risk of getting that. So, but I think that's it. I probably don't have any more false alarms in that deck. So nice. All right. So now that that's done, check for victory. There's no victory. Reset the dials. Everybody's dials reset, and it goes back to Hicks. So on Hicks's turn, he will draw a card. He got an event. Set a character's aim dial to that character's aim number. Well, this won't help me right now because everybody's full. He will order. There's no damage. He'll order Newt to rest, which takes these 2 cards back into the deck. And that's all he can do. There's nothing else he can do. There's no exhausted cards, and there's no damage to the APC to repair. So he's done. On Vasquez's turn, she can, at the start of your activation, you may look at a blip. Let's flip this one over. Ooh, 4. This one's going to go away, though, once this shifts. So she does that. There's no repair, no nothing. So she'll tell him to aim. So remember, Hudson reset it to 6, and he'll tell her to aim again. Or she'll tell him to aim twice. Hicks would have told Frost to aim twice, so he goes up to 7 on the rear gunner. So that's good. And that's all they can do. She's going to look at the once per alien phase. She'll do that one thing which I forgot to do. That's all right. And now it is Ripley's turn. Ripley will make her roll. So her first, I keep forgetting, on her turn she must draw 2 endurance, recycle 2, and draw 1. So she needs to draw 1. So she got a pulse rifle. And I'm just putting that in her hand. She's driving, so she really can't do anything. But if these cards are in her hand, it means they can't be going into the discard pile. All right, first Tech 6. She does not make it, so she can move 3. So she goes 1. She's at the tail end here. 2, 3. All right, and then have her do it again. She does make that one, so she'll move a full 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is 3. This is number 3 tile. 4, and then 5 and 6. So we're halfway there. We're halfway there. All right, so she did her full action. That's all she can do. That's all she can do. So I can kind of see why they didn't make this a full mission, because it seems like it's going very fast. And with these gunners in the front and back, I mean, you can just mow down anything that shows up. Oh, these all go away because remember they're back here in the rear view. All right, well, that is all I can do. So activate aliens, there are no aliens. Activate blips, there are no blips. Draw the motion cards. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do Vasquez. It says once per alien phase, draw before drawing a motion tracker card, reveal a card. It is a yellow. Remove a blip. There are no blips. So this one goes back down. All right, so now we do the draw motion. So the first one is to place a blip on number 2. Which will go, oh, hold on, and there's a special instruction. If this is not placed on a spawn point within line of sight of a character, thankfully it is in line of sight of her, move it 4 spaces. So it is in line of sight. That's good. And it is just 1. Ooh, I'm getting lucky with these token rolls. Shuffle them up again. All right. So line of sight is there. Oh, by the way, these white lines, you can see over them. They're just like low walls. The black walls are things you can't see around. There's not any on here, so that's okay. So, let's see. What am I going to do? All right, so I revealed a blip. Oh, I need a second one. Second one is going to be a blip at 3. All right, let's put it right. Each model within line of sight of the queen. There is no queen, so I don't have to worry about that. So, all right. And I don't have anybody to see this one, so this stays a blip. All right. It is now my turn. Move all the aims back to their normal thing. 5. All right. So I'm going to have to remember this. So Hicks will draw a card. Pulse rifle. Again, I'm just taking cards to hold them in my hand so I don't just get them good ones going to discard. He will order Newt. Well, there's no exhausted cards, so there's nothing to rest, no reason to rest. So he'll order Hudson to aim twice, which moves it up to 8. And he'll order Frost to aim. His goes up to 7. So hopefully they might get some use out of their guns. All right. The red gun has right here, can fire. Let me double check that. Turrets. The turret weapons can only target spaces outside. The front turret draws, the rear turret draws the lens, ignoring the whole APC. Okay, I see what it's saying. The rear turret, which is defined as right, where is it? That's the door gunner. Door gunner can shoot anywhere. Oh, it says door gunner can shoot anywhere on here. I didn't know that. So and then the red is also front gunner is that. Where's the rear turret? It doesn't explain the rear. The rear turret draws its line of sight from the rear turret gunner space, ignoring the whole APC. All right, so the rear gunner draws its line of sight from the rear space, okay? Draws its line from it, ignoring the whole APC. Oh, wow, so it can fire anywhere. Oh, that's cool. I read that wrong. The rear turret is up high, so it could have fired up here. It can fire anywhere. That's awesome. It's the front one that can only fire here. So I guess it's like machine guns in the front or something. We didn't see that in the movie, I don't think. Okay, so we are back to Hicks. Hicks has ordered his 2 commandos, so he is done. Now it goes to Vasquez. Vasquez can see this one. She can draw a line of sight to one of its edges, so she will exhaust 2 to fire. 10 and a 5, that's enough to kill this one. She is now down to 7. She'll aim, so she'll take it back up to 8 just in case she has to. She doesn't really have anybody to order, but she will do her end of your activation. Look at the top 2 cards. 1, 2. They're everywhere. Place 3 blips on each tunnel token and spawn point. Ooh, no. That's going to the bottom. And then the one I'm keeping, I guess, is place 2 at number 3. So I'm gonna get 2 more right here. All right, let's shuffle these up. Place 2, 1, 2. All right. And it says at the start of your activation, you may look at 1 blip. It's already past her activation, so she can't do that. Although she could have looked at that one, but eh. All right, so at the end of your activation, reveal the 2. I did that. She's done. So it's Ripley's turn. All right, Ripley's turn. Oh no, I revealed 2 and I put 1 down. So we're not in the alien phase yet. That's what I was doing. All right, so it's now her turn. She's driving this thing, man, pedal to the metal. So she needs a 6 or lower, and she did get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now when we went by here, this one was revealed. This is a 2 because it was line of sight. The other 2 were sort of held. 2, 1, 2. All right. Although the rear gunner will have line of sight here, so I could do that. But I've already ordered Hudson to do both his aims, so he can't fire it. That was a bad call, but oh well. Okay, so I moved it forward, revealed. All right, so she gets one more tech roll, and she did. She can move 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is good. These aliens are not going to be able to catch me. All right, so now it is the end of her turn. She can recycle 2 and draw 1. I don't know why I keep doing that. She's got a medical scanner. Okay, that's great. At least she's not pulling hazard cards. And none of these matter. She's moved as far as she can. Everybody's gone. No repair, no rest needed. That's the end of her turn. So it is now the alien phase. So Vasquez, once per alien phase, draw a card. If it's blue, discard the top card of the motion tracker deck. Discard it. So this one goes away. And what was it? 1 at 2. So probably wouldn't have mattered. And let's see, what else can she do? That's all. That's it. So alien phase. This one will move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not going to catch me. It was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it'll move here. That puts it closer, but it's not going to. By the time I get off, it's not going to be able to reach me. Now the blips move. They're on the same tile. They'll each move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's all right. And now I reveal 2. All right, so this one, they're in the perimeter. Place a tunnel in a square that was in line of sight and next to this character. Well, the only place I can do a tunnel would be next to the APC. Reveal the card. It's a blue. Place 2 blips on every tunnel token. All right, so, I'm trying to make it somewhat hard on me, so I'll place 2 blips in front of the APC, and those will probably stay with me. Actually, I can place 1 here and 1 here. It's a 3 and a 2. All right, so 1, 2, 3. And remember, this is blip phase, so these won't act. And then this one is a 2. The APC will get away. One of these will stay, the other one will not. All right, so they go. That was the first one I drew. Yep. Now I draw a second one. Blip at number 2. Let me put these back in here. Shuffle them up. Place 1 at 2. That one there. And it says if this spawn point already has a blip, move it forward. It does not, so it stays there. Okay. Now we are almost at we're almost at 5. 5 will be the next one we get to. So Hicks will order the rear gunner, Hudson, who's at 6. I got to reset everybody. He'll order Hudson to aim, so it takes him up to 7. And he'll fire that doesn't matter because it's a 7 or less, the gun hits. But it says you have to exhaust 3 cards and you roll 2 dice. So 1, 2, 3. He rolls 2 dice and he hits on and I believe it destroys all of them, or will kill any alien models and tokens. So it's just a hit. So he hits on a 7 or less. I rolled a 1, so all of these are killed. That was nice. Meanwhile, Vasquez will take care of this one on her turn because she goes before Ripley will be able to get him off. So let's see. Rest. I'll order, since it's Hicks, I'll order Newt to rest. So she does this, and for his second action, I'll tell him to order Frost to aim once. So he's up to 6. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. I'm going to leave Frost because he can control the front gunner. He's at 5. I won't order him to do that. I'll instead order... I can't do anything. So that's okay. So it's the end of Hick's turn, and I'm not going to have him draw a card this turn because we're getting kind of low on this endurance deck here. It says you may draw, so he does not have to. I keep forgetting that Ripley must draw a card. So Vasquez's turn. She's got one in her sights here. Actually, there's 2 there. So she will exhaust 2 cards to fire. She needs an 8 or less. 8 and 8. So she kills 1. She's down to 7. And then she will fire again. 1 and 5. So she kills the last one. That was good. She really can't do anything other than on her turn look at the top 2 cards. 1, 2. So putting 1 at 1 is good. And this is a false alarm. So I'll keep the false alarm on top. And I'll put this one on the bottom, which is unfortunate because I would have liked to have kept that one since I'm not going to need it since we're getting ready to roll. Well, that's okay. We'll do the false alarm. All right, so she is done. It is now Ripley's turn. So Ripley must recycle 2 and draw 1. And she's got a mission briefing card. Man, I think she's got 4 in her hand. Yeah, she can only have, I think, 5 maybe. Or I think there's unlimited hand. I'm going to have to get rid of some of these cards in a minute. I think you can discard them at any time or just put them in exhaust. She needs a 7 or less, and she got it. So she can move 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just hit a bump, bad bump. These go away because they're behind us in the rearview mirror. We are now at tile 5. We are almost here, and this is the exit, by the way. So the exit is right there. And let's see. You know what? They have to get, it says the exit is right here. They're going to have to get out of the APC and exit. That's what it is. You don't just, in the movie, she just bursts through the thing, but I believe they have to get, it says all of them have to get to the exit. Campaign notes, the mission ends. Once all surviving characters move on to the exit token or are aboard the APC, which is moved onto the exit token. So, you can do either one. Never mind. Why risk your characters? Okay, so she will do her second 5. So that moved it. Let's do that. She did get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're almost there. We'll see. Maybe I'll make it exciting and see what happens here. I don't know. Exciting is never good. So that's the end of Ripley's turn. There's 1 card to exhaust, so no big deal there. She could order Newt or somebody to recycle it, but it doesn't matter. So now it is the alien phase. No aliens, no blips, and I must draw 2. So the first one is a false alarm. I knew that. And the second one is at 4. We put 1 blip. I'm going to put that one right here. And once per alien phase, remove a blip. Okay, so once per alien phase, I'm going to do Jeanette's special thing. It's a yellow. Remove a blip token. Sure. Get rid of it. So I drew 2 cards, and now it's that's it. I'm going to probably be able to get off the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see if she can do it. So I'm going to skip Hicks and Vasquez. So 6 would get her 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then her next roll, 5. She did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost. Let's see what happens. There's no aliens, no blips. Draw 2. Some will go on 2, and some will go on 1. They will never catch up to me. On Ripley's next turn, she would get off. Boom, and exit. So that was fun. It wasn't really... I never really felt a danger. I guess it depends. If I had spawned a lot of 4s and 3s at these different places, who knows how this would have played out. But thankfully, the first 10 cards, are not so difficult. So she was hauling butt. And of course, the APC didn't take a lot of damage, and that can really come into play. When the thing starts getting damaged, you move slower, which means you're not going to get as fast. So I think by taking care of those aliens early in the game, She was able to get this thing out of here. All right, so the next mission, so let's do this. On the APC, so I succeeded in the mission. Each player can search the discard pile and select one card to return. So the discard pile, thankfully, only has 5 cards, but hazard cards automatically go back. So I can pick one of these to keep. I want this, you always wear a bleep. Your character and each model in the space next to you is killed. This one is gone. That one's definitely going away. Actually, I may not have a chance. Hold on. I think it's random. Shoulder lamp, Hadley's Hope map, exhaust this card to shuffle the motion tracker you just drew. Okay, resolve, character text. Okay, I like that one. I'm gonna keep the resolve one. Actually, body armor is pretty good too. Recycle a card, discard up 3 cards. Cost 0. I'm gonna keep the body armor. It's always good to have. So that one's going back into the endurance pile. Return all hazard cards in the discard too. I did that. Now, shuffle the discard pile and remove half. There's 4 cards. So what I'm going to do is these cards may not be these. All right, so I'm shuffling these up. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I keep one and one goes away forever. I'm going to keep this one and this one goes away forever. Of course, it's the good cards. So those are gone. those go away into the box of never see you again. And of course, I kept the you were. That's not a good card to ever pull. Your character in each model. This includes any alien token stacked underneath. Wow, it's like a suicide card. So if you're surrounded by aliens, I mean, it could be very beneficial. And each model. So if you have like 4, 3, 4, you could play that card if it was in your hand. You'll die, but you'll take out everybody. It's when Gorman pulled the grenade. Okay, that's thematic. I actually kind of like that. All right, the good news was I never had to reshuffle, so that was a good play of a game. Kind of fun. I do think I'm going to play this game again when all is said and done. After I finish the campaign, I'm probably going to play it again. If there's a harder level, maybe I'll play it at a harder level, or I'll change the characters because there's more characters to play. And I'm just gonna. I think this is fun, and I'm a huge fan of the whole Alien franchise. So I can see me playing this again and again and again. All right, that is it for this game. The next mission is called Survive, and if I remember right, it's the one, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's one where Ripley and Newt are locked in the medical bay with 2 face huggers, and not looking forward to that one, but we'll see how that one plays out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is such a cool game. It just brings you into the movie. You're rewriting the story as it goes, and it just definitely very fun. So I hope you'll join me in the next Aliens game, probably in another week or 2. I'm kind of anxious to play that. I'm not really anxious, but I do want to play it. So if you're looking forward to it, give me a week or 2, and I'll have it up and ready to go. But until then, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me in this playthrough, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.